Fans, welcome back. The wait is over. The epic story of Jamie and Claire is coming to an end, Outlander fans. STARZ has unleashed the heart-pounding trailer for Season 8, Episode 1, and we're dissecting every frame. From fiery reunions to shocking new threats. Could this be the beginning of their riskiest journey yet? Dive into our breakdown of the trailer's hidden clues, explosive moments, and the long-awaited release date you need to mark on your calendar. They never have time to spare. But are you prepared? The Outlander universe is set for its most gripping season yet, as the whispers through the stones have grown louder. As STARZ drops the electrifying trailer for Season 8, Episode 1, the beginning of the end for Jamie and Claire's legendary saga is here, and it's anything but quiet, bursting with fiery confrontations, haunting callbacks, and glimpses of a perilous new era. This premiere teases a final season that will leave no heart unshaken. But what secrets do the shadows of the trailer conceal? Are those fleeting shots of familiar faces or harbingers of betrayal? And when exactly will fans reunite with Fraser's Ridge? We're tearing apart every clue, from the symbolism-laden visuals to the pulse-pounding dialogue, while locking down the official release date etched into the standing stones of fandom. The final journey through time is about to begin, and not everyone will make it, so put on your plaid and keep your cool. The trailer for Outlander's final season crackles with the weight of destiny and the ghosts of choices that have yet to be resolved. As Jamie and Claire Fraser confront the collision of their hard-won legacy with forces threatening to fracture their world, Season 8, Episode 1 promises not only a continuation, but also a reckoning. The STARZ preview hints at a tangled web of passion, faith, and shattered ties, with allusions to significant events in the past and a trajectory toward an uncertain future. But how do the haunting images in the trailer, like a flicker of a familiar locket, a bloodied blade, and a storm that covers Fraser's Ridge, hint at the sacrifices that will be made? Is this the culmination of time's relentless pull, or a desperate bid to rewrite fate itself? We'll decipher the narrative threads of rebellion, perseverance, and love that make up Outlander's core while tying fans to the one date that matters, the explosive premiere. The end begins here, and not all bonds will survive the fire. The first episode of Outlander's final season erupts with visceral intensity. The STARZ trailer transports viewers to a world in which the Frasers' laboriously earned peace is shattered by fire, war, and the ghosts of their past. In the premiere, Jamie and Claire's dream of stability in the volatile American colonies is symbolized by their sanctuary, Fraser's Ridge, being destroyed by fire in a deliberate attack. Jamie's defiant declaration, "We survived worse," echoes the trauma of Culloden, but this time the threat feels more personal, more final. The fire marks a turning point, stripping the Frasers of their home and status, and forcing them into a fugitive existence as the American Revolution ignites around them. The trailer shows Claire scrubbing blood from her hands amid flashes of a chaotic surgery tent and a voiceover warning of unavoidable consequences. This takes Claire's journey to a darker place. Her medical ethics of the 20th century clash with the brutal realities of 18th century survival, suggesting a moral impasse in this imagery, possibly reigniting trauma from Malva Christie's betrayal or foreshadowing a desperate act to protect her family. Her role as a healer, once a source of hope, now teeters on the edge of becoming a liability, blurring the line between compassion and complicity. The sudden appearance of Brianna's silver locket, held by an unidentified hand, brings back a memory. Due to its connection to the Mackenzie's time travel story, this artifact has sparked speculation regarding alternate timelines or a centuries-spanning reunion. Its presence underscores the season's central theme. The past is a relentless force, haunting the Frasers, even as they fight to shape their future. In the meantime, Jamie's physical unraveling becomes clear as he clings to a bleeding wound, his pale appearance hinting at a crisis that goes beyond the physical. The distorted Gaelic chants in the background evoke a spiritual reckoning, questioning whether his identity as a leader and the backbone of Fraser's Ridge can survive the war's ravages. New threats emerge in the form of a cold-blooded British officer who vows to crush the rebellion, his arrival signaling that the revolution has reached the Frasers' doorstep. Equally unsettling is the shadowy figure that is following Claire from the woods. This has people thinking that the figure is Jamie's Jacobite ancestors, old enemies who have returned, or even spectral forces. The trailer's tension crescendos, with Claire standing in a storm-soaked field, staring at Cray-na-Dun's standing stones, as a voiceover whispers, "What if we could go back?" A haunting echo of the series' core dilemma, this moment teases a potential final reckoning with time itself. Is this a metaphor for the couple's struggle to break the cycle of violence in history? Or could they consider fleeing their war-ravaged present? STARZ reveals the premiere date as November 10th, 2024, in the midst of the chaos. A date laden with symbolism, it aligns with the eve of Veterans Day in the U.S., mirroring the season's themes of sacrifice and rebellion. The final image in the trailer shows Jamie and Claire holding hands that are entwined, their wedding rings shining against their home's waning fire. The tagline, "The end begins with fire and faith," hammers home the stakes. This premiere doesn't just set the stage for the final season, it dismantles the foundation of the entire series, forcing the Frasers to confront what remains when love, legacy, and loyalty are all that's left. The ashes of Culloden, Claire's flashbacks to the 1960s, and Brianna's locket are all referenced in every frame, creating a tapestry that honors the story's beginnings while accelerating toward an explosive conclusion. As the flames of revolution consume Fraser's Ridge, one question burns brightest. How far will they go to protect each other? And what will they lose along the way? In this final chapter, the truth is made clear. Not all bonds or hearts will survive intact. The final season of Outlander delves deeply into Claire Fraser's dual identity, blurring the lines between her role as a compassionate healer and her potential evolution into a harbinger of chaos. Visceral images like Claire's haunted gaze, blood-stained hands, and fire-engulfing Fraser's Ridge are used in the STARZ trailer to hint at this tension. These hints point to a season in which her medical ethics violently clash with war's brutality. Her knowledge from the 20th century, which was once a lifeline for her community from the 18th century, is now at risk of becoming a liability. Scenes of her scrubbing blood from her hands, intercut with chaotic surgery tents, suggest unresolved guilt, possibly tied to past traumas like Malva Christie's betrayal, or foreshadow a morally fraught choice to protect her family. Claire's reputation as a miracle worker could attract suspicion in a revolution-torn environment, casting her as a figure of both hope and fear, echoing historical accusations of witchcraft. The narrative deepens with hints of Claire's latent magical abilities, rooted in her encounters with Master Raymond and prophecies about La Dame Blanche, the White Lady. The return of Master Raymond in Season 7's finale sets the stage for her to embrace her blue aura healing powers, potentially reviving Jamie from near-fatal wounds as seen in the books. This arc aligns with Nain's prophecy that Claire would master her gifts once her hair turned white, a visual cue already emerging in recent seasons. However, these powers come with danger. The trailer's cryptic line, "You cannot outrun the consequences of your choices," underscores that her interventions may inadvertently fuel the revolution's violence, positioning her as an unwitting architect of destruction. The revelation that Faith, Claire's stillborn daughter, may have survived is a seismic shift, a twist that Fanny PCO's knowledge of a song from the 20th century suggests. If Faith was resurrected by Master Raymond or raised in the future, Claire's quest to reunite with her could fracture timelines, forcing her to balance healing personal wounds with destabilizing history itself. The larger themes of the season are reflected in this duality. The burning of Fraser's Ridge symbolizes not just physical loss, but the collapse of Jamie and Claire's dream of peace, pushing her to confront whether her efforts to heal have only delayed inevitable tragedy. The unanswered Fraser prophecy, which links Claire's demise to the rise of a Scottish king through the death of a baby 200 years old, a reference to Brianna, looms large. Master Raymond's return suggests he'll guide Claire toward understanding her role in this destiny. More than just a physical disaster, the fire that consumes Fraser's Ridge in the final season opener of Outlander is also a funeral pyre for the life that Jamie and Claire Fraser fought so hard to build. As the STARZ trailer for Season 8, Episode 1 closes, the embers of their home smolder alongside unanswered questions. Will Claire's blemished hands, haunted by her past and present choices, turn her from healer to savior? When war and betrayal weaken the bonds of his community, can Jamie, whose wounds are both visible and unseen, reclaim his position as a leader? The reappearance of the locket, the storm at Trenton, and the eerie figures at the edges of the frame all hint at a reckoning that goes beyond time. This premiere is a requiem for the Frasers' dream of peace. They are engulfed by the American Revolution, which is no longer a distant storm. This forces Jamie and Claire to consider whether their love, which has stood the test of time, can withstand the demise of the world they created. A fleeting glimmer of hope is shown in the trailer's final shot of their hands entwined, their wedding rings standing tall against the ashes. Even as fire destroys, it clears the ground for rebirth. However, the price of that rebirth is still a mystery. Outlander's final chapter begins not with answers, but with a roar, a promise that every sacrifice, every battle, and every twist of fate will converge in a finale as brutal and beautiful as the saga itself. Fans will be left with a question when the credits roll on November 10, 2024. In a story where time is both a foe and a friend, what will remain after the flames finally die? The screen fades to black as the last embers of Fraser's Ridge glow, faintly against the night, the crackle of dying flames merging with the mournful wail of a lone piper's tune. As a metaphor for the harsh new world they must navigate, Jamie and Claire stand silhouetted in the ashes, their faces illuminated not by the ferocity of the fire, but by the cold, pale light of dawn. Even as the charred remains of their house swirl around them, the camera lingers on their clasped hands, their wedding rings still gleaming defiantly. Claire's voice cuts through the silence, steady yet haunted. We built this place with our hands, our blood, but some fires even. Love cannot quench. The line echoes the trailer's central conflict. Her dual role as healer and destroyer, a woman torn between saving lives and confronting the collateral damage of her choices. Jamie's jaw is set, not in defeat, but in determination, as he looks over the devastation in front of her. But we still have hands to rebuild, he growls, the ghost of Culloden's warrior king flickering in his eyes. The concluding montage zooms through glimpses of the upcoming season, including the enigmatic British officer rallying troops, Brianna's locket held by an unknown individual, and Claire alone at Craig na Dun, her face drenched in rain as the ancient standing stones hum with power. A voiceover, Rogers, strained with urgency, asks, "What if going back?" If you're ready to dissect every hidden clue, fiery twist, and heart-stopping moment of Season 8 with us, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a breakdown. We are delving deeply into the ashes of Fraser's Ridge, leaked BTS secrets, and exclusive theories that no one else has discussed. Please share your wildest forecasts below. Will Jamie and Claire survive the flames? Is that really faith in the shadows? Let's unravel this saga together. Your theories might just fuel our next video. Turn on notifications so you're first to watch our Episode 1 deep dive the second it drops. Outlander is coming to an end. But what about our community? We are only just beginning. P.S. Like this video if you're not ready to say goodbye to Jamie and Claire. Together, let's make this last season the most epic one yet.